Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. Um, med check. Good idea, Chuck. Med check. Good time for that. Let me just close the thing I always forget to close that will help this work better. I have two funny stories to tell today before we get going. First story to tell. Once the computer listened there, now it's listen to me. Thank goodness. So the first story to tell. Well, I guess I have three stories. No, four stories to tell. Imagine that. Um, okay, I'll start out. Pardon me. The first story is in fact the that I woke up today and I worked. I did work in the form of I got us one, two, three, four different days of hearings from the lady yesterday. I got her criminal cases. So we will listen to those today. I have them even all time stamped out for what ones we need to listen to, what cases. So pat on my back for that. Good job, Paige. Hi, Officer Porkchop. So that leads into the second story. I woke up this morning and I was feeling nice. So I uh, went ahead and made pancakes this morning. Now, I don't know that I eat pancakes all that often. I might eat a pancake, but I like to make pancakes. And so I made pancakes this morning. I walked out of my little studio here this afternoon. So nobody else was up. I just made the pancakes. I left them on a plate. Like that's what we do. And I woke up or I was already awake. I was working, right? I got the four cases. But I walked out of my little studio and my roommate, who's also my ex-boyfriend, um was what I can only describe as raw dogging a pancake into a container of yogurt. I was like a bit taken aback. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I laughed so hard though, because I he was like, what are you talking about raw dogging? And I just couldn't get that part out of my head. I was like, there's no protection. You got to put it into a bowl or something first. You're just using the container. What are you doing? My God. So, is he having a baby? No. Is he a baby? Yes. Um, and I was just like, and it actually got to the point where I was laughing so hard, and I said, if you had asked me, Paisley, what you have to pick an item that will be that will have pancakes dipped into it later from the fridge. Believe me, the fucking yogurt is not the one that I would have guessed. And then here's the thing. I thought, what else is he dipping into things out here without me knowing? I'm a little worried about it, to be honest. Pancake directly into the yogurt. Oh, it was weird. Anyways. Yeah, I know. Now the yogurt's bad, right? I was like, you spoon that out. Spoon it onto it. I don't give a fuck what you put on. He was like, why are you judging me? I was like, I don't care what you put on the fucking pancake. I just want to make sure that the yogurt is still good to eat later. Are we splitting grocery? No, not really. Uh, I buy most of the groceries. lately, but uh there's a whole thing about that. Regardless, he did buy that yogurt though. So that was his yogurt. But I made the pancakes. Anyways, so that was that funny story. Okay, so we got the work I did, the raw dog and the yogurt. Um, fuck. Now I've forgot the two other stories. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Um, is Chris Engleby here? Is Chris Engleby? Yeah, no more raw dog in the food in the fridge, right? I was just like, uh, yogurt on pancakes. I know. So here's the other thing. I was like, yogurt on pancakes, and he was like, oh, and he mentioned this restaurant that has like super, super long brunch lineups, like long lineups for brunch. And I don't really like waiting that long for brunch. So, but they do like a yogurt syrup, maybe. There's another place in town here, very famous, called John's Place, and they do uh cream cheese syrup, which is delectable. It was flavored yogurt. And I'm not sure if it was stirred properly. Oh, oh, he hears me talking about it. I can see him stirring around. Not yogurt, just moving around. He was snoring a minute ago. Maybe he heard me talking about the yogurt. Anyways, okay. So if Chris isn't here yet, well, I will still say thank you to Chris because I received, oh, I do know both the stories. So I received in the mail this lovely gift bag. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? And I think this is one of the first Amazon boxes that oh, mayonnaise on pancakes? That's gross. I put a mayonnaise on some things, but not pancakes. Anyways, so this might be the first Amazon gift I've received in an Amazon gift bag, which I've already fucked up. Oops. Regardless, I would like to say thank you to Chris Angleby because he got me something from my Amazon wish list, which if you care to look at, go ahead. You can just take a peek and see. I love the bag. I'm like so into the bag already. But I was gonna say I keep all the gift tags that I get. Um, and I have a little spot where I put all the gift tags from things that people send me. But look at what Chris sent. Okay, greens, we're breaking the fourth wall sort of thing here. Not that. Chris sent me. Look at the light. Isn't that cool? So cool. I am so happy with my other plate. Uh, isn't that so nice? Thank you, Chris. Made me very happy. I opened it last night and after the stream, and I was very, very happy indeed. Thank you so much. And this, honestly, this gift bag, again, like I'm like a cat or a kid. Like little things really, make me happy. So this is, and it's so good quality. Like the quality of this is so good. Like better than most grocery bag quality, but it's a fabric. But it's still got shiny stuff in it too. I love the bag. I mean, I love the gift too, but I really love the bag. And then it came with a nice little card, which was so super nice. So when Chris gets here, we'll say thank you again. I'll show it to him again. But I just wanted you guys to see that. Isn't that cool? Makes me happy. I love it. I'm gonna be honest, when I got the box, the size of the box, I thought maybe one of the notebooks that I had put on the Amazon list, but it's just the exact same size as the notebook in the box that it came in. I was like, what in the heck is this? I had forgotten I put it on the list, but it's so cute. I love it. Yeah, plastic bags cost money in Canada for sure. But this is like, I think, an extra option from Amazon. Anyways, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and so that's what I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you guys that I keep a little gift card area. I have the ones from Grimm over there, and then I am going to yeah, keep them as they go. So thank you so much. And again, if you want to check out the Amazon wish list, I think if somebody hits exclamation mark links, it'll pop up. I put some weird stuff on there. I got some naked lady neons that I put on there too. Some of it is just like a place for me to remember things, but also like I want them, obviously, like in a perfect world. You ever dream about somebody like buying your entire wish list for you? Oh my God. Oh, he's snoring again. Okay, we're good. Could you fucking imagine dipping a goddamn pancake into yogurt? Oh my God. Insanity. Insanity. And I'm here working my ass off, dealing with these crazy people. By these crazy people, I mean the girl in the case that we're about to watch. So, if you weren't here last night, okay, so there's going to be some viewer discretion advised on this. If you weren't here last night, viewer discretion is still advised, but I'm going to give a little recap here. We were dealing with a CPS case, basically, of a 4-year-old child who had been removed from his mother's custody after allegations that appeared to be substantiated in the evidence that we heard. Now, as we were listening to all of this, it was hard to listen to. There were some very serious allegations that were being made in terms of abuse, physical abuse. Um, One thing that stuck out to me that I even was thinking about today was how the child seems to have a triggering reaction to the word mom, which is just terrible. Chris Engelby! Look! Okay, before we get started, Chris, look. Wait. It's on the wall, it's on the wall. Thank you, Chris Engelby. No, it wasn't a members only. No, it's not a members only. There's just lots of members, Janelle Mike, which is great. Thank you, guys. Don't worry about being late. I love the gift and I love the bag that came in. Right here. So nice. Thank you. It's upside down. Okay, so come on, get it together. Thank you so much. I love it. What a surprise. I was wondering what you're talking about. You're like, is there a surprise yet? And I was like, no, Chris, I don't know what you're talking about. And then last night after the stream, I got it. And I was like, oh, that's what he's talking about. Thank you so much. You are great. Uh, Under the beautiful light of the planet, I was able to compile 4 more criminal court cases for this lady. So they start on November 1st. I'm not sure if there's one before that. We may have to do a little back digging, but we're gonna start. Oh, you're so sweet. We're gonna start on November 1st. This is So we have November 1st, 22nd, 10th, 17th. Yeah, so we have 4 different hearings that we're going to watch of this. I haven't cut these videos down yet, but I do have the timestamps. So, and I don't think it's going to be as graphic, unfortunately, guys, or fortunately, I don't know. I'm not sure about the details that we're going to hear, but what I will say is that we're not going to watch through the whole dockets. They were hours long, but I did some magic and I have all the timestamps as to where we need to go. Oh, good. Dad came home. Yes. Chris, Chris's dad came home. Mikey's daughter had the baby today. Oh, what a good day. I'm so happy for our friends, our little family here, growing and getting better. Hi, tiny piggy. How are you? Love it, love it, love it. Um, so like I said, I don't know if it's going to be as triggering as yesterday, but I do want you to put your mental health first. So please do that. If this is distressing to you, then come back tomorrow. We won't be doing this tomorrow. I promise. Tomorrow, well, I don't know what we'll be doing, but it's not that. So, okay, drive safe, tiny piggy. That sounds good. Um, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with the 1st of November, which we did hear them talking about yesterday. Oh, I remember the last story I was gonna tell. I remember it now. My computer ran out of room today. It literally was like red lined full. Not good. Okay, give me 1 second. Red lined out of space. So this one we're going to an hour 6. There we go. I know, delete the porn. I should. Right? That'd be a smart idea.
What do you need from me? Ouch.
Nothing at this point, Judge. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and start the paperwork and see if he's eligible for services first.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Rasco. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You too. Cheyenne. Okay. Mr. Murphy,
Yes, Your Honor.
our Zoom unit in the hallway is not working.
Okay, would
Are you
Mr.
in
Sellers be able to
person?
come over to my office?
Yeah. So, do you know?
So that's her right there, guys. That's the mom standing in the courtroom that we listened to yesterday. Her name is Cheyenne. Amanda, I have not been keeping up on the Crumbly trial. Why is the background so jumpy today? It's having a hard time, eh? Having a hard time coping. Anyways, so this is the mom from yesterday, who allegedly put her child into a dog cage and bit him, leaving a scar. So that's fucking great. I know. And the mom's, are you talking about this mom's lawyer? Because I don't know if there's something like physically wrong with her. Because she's like draped over that. Like draped over it. Anyway, so let's listen to this. Like I said, we have this day, we have 3 more days after this. Last day of January. Thank you. Yay! Gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that so much. Got the memo appreciates it too. That's a good reminder, guys. Please go ahead and ooh, I just heard somebody screech their wheels outside. Turn on gifting. My brain's not working. The guy she was having an affair with took the stand and spilled the beans. Ooh. I love tea. We all know that in my hashtag not a sponsor yet Bubba cup. This is probably still too hot to drink. Watch, if I take the lid off. No, mom was not at the CPS hearings. In person, anyways. Yeah, still steaming. Steaming. Smells so good. Yeah. God. Also, okay, last thing, and then I'll hit play. I was watching these TikTokers that I watch. Well, I don't watch, I watch them on YouTube, but anyways, and but they're TikTokers. And the lady said, so they have a podcast, but I don't watch the podcast, but I get like the shorts of the podcast, I guess. And so the lady told, have a good night, Chuck. The lady told the guy, her husband, the guy, that she's deleted TikTok and doesn't use it anymore. Best thing she's done in a long time. And he like looks at her a little crazy, like, bitch, that's our fucking job. They have 5 million TikTok followers. And she deleted TikTok. Um, and then on that same podcast, they were interviewing another couple that I watch on YouTube. And it's so funny when people spill the tea on themselves. So like they asked what the biggest sort of like scandal would be with their channel. And the lady's pregnant right now. And she said, oh, people think I don't love my first daughter. But you know, she's 12 and from a different relationship and she's not into social media or on social media, all this kind of stuff. But every comment was, she has another daughter. Like nobody knew. She outed that herself. I just laughed. I was just like, she just thought like maybe that's what she internalizes as what she feels is wrong. But it was odd to me that she even mentioned it. I had no clue. Nobody, you would have never had a clue. And then she's out there fucking spilling the tea on herself. Crazy. Anyways, okay. Okay, Judge, you point your finger at me. Let's get going, Paisley.
Where his office is?
Yeah.
Do you want to walk over there and Zoom with him from there?
Office in this building or in his home office over there?
The
Right.
one across from the nice courthouse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to walk over there and you can zoom in from his office with him. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
All right, so Ms. Deniers, let me grab your phone. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Cheyenne Nicole Denius. File number, do you go Denius or Denius?
Denies.
Denius. File number 23-21547FH. We are here for pretrial and a contempt of court. So Ms. Underwood represents Ms. Denius and
What is the contempt of court?
right now, it's probably something just personal. With those, let me see.
See, I missed it. So this isn't the first hearing. That's gonna piss me off. Okay, well, let's listen carefully to see what date they say this contempt was. And we'll see if I can go back and find that hearing too. Like I said, I have this day and then 1, 2, 3 more days. So, but this doesn't sound like an arraignment if it's a contempt.
I don't know, it says there's a contempt of court. Bail bond. Miss Adams, I have a little posted in here that there's a contempt. I don't see one.
What do we know about post-it notes, ladies and gentlemen? Can anybody tell me? I've taught you before. I'll teach you again. Say it with me now. Post-it notes are transitory and therefore not covered under Freedom of Information Act requests. So, for example, if you are a manager at a job where you do the interview process and that interview process and paperwork is subject to Freedom of Information Act requests because perhaps it's a public agency or whatever. If you were to happen to cover your paper with post-it notes, none of those would be subject to the Freedom of Information Act request because they are transitory, like I said.
posted it. It had to have come from the district.
Sorry, Dinius. Dinius. Denius, though. It's Denius. But that's how it's spelled. Well, Tin Man, I just sent some your way. Welcome, by the way. And William, I made that intro. I made it.
So it looks like there was contempt of court failure to appear at arraignment on August 28th of 2023.
August 28th of 2023. She failed to appear. August 28th. Oh, this is all coming together now. So, wait, where's my pen? Where's my pen? Hi, Bob. Okay, August 28th. She missed an arraignment, but it wasn't with Judge Anzalone, it sounds like. Interesting. Muy interesante. Let's see. So, I'll have to look that up later, but she didn't appear, so there must have been one before. It was, Lucy. It was really difficult to listen to. I'm interested to see what happens here because the judge, again, like when you hear what somebody did versus how the judge is sort of interacting with them, you're like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that she's not in jail, to be honest with you. Maybe I'd feel a little better about it if she was in jail or in custody while facing these allegations. But she's not. And she's sort of joking around about shit. She's not really. Come on, Paisley. Come on.
Just gonna dismiss that because she showed up and she's been good ever since. All right. So I'll dismiss the contempt of court.
Thank you.
Okay. And so this is date and time set for pretrial. How would you like to proceed, Ms. Underwood?
I think at this point, Your Honor, another pretrial on the 22nd looks really good, because we should be able to resolve this. But I would just like to address a bond the no contact provision, quickly.
Who's the no contact with?
Ms. Denias is going through parenting classes. She's here today with the foster care worker, Your Honor. And we would just like the no contact to be modified to supervised visits or anything CPS is comfortable with at this point.
All right. So ma'am, you want to step up here? Just step in front of that podium. Want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
What's your full name?
Macy Moore, M-A.
Oh, Macy. Macy, we heard from you yesterday. That was a bit rough on Macy. There's no E in her name. Well, except at the end of Moore. But, I think the thing we can rest easy with is the fact that we know she's not going to get visitation at this point. But my God, see what the judges, like, who's the no contact with? Did you read the file? Did you read the file? Lucy, I'm pretty sure it's one of her first cases. She mentioned that she just started in October. It's one of her first cases, which would track for her doing a really good job in terms of like following by the book. Yeah, let's continue.
CY, Moore, and I am a foster care worker for Catholic Charities.
Okay, so there is an open investigation through CPS at this time?
Yes, but I am the foster care worker, so I'm
Right.
kind of the steps after.
Okay, and the recommendation through that court is for supervised parenting time?
Yes,
Okay, and you would have no objection if I amend our bond conditions to allow for supervised visitation?
the only thing I would like to do, if that's the case, is discuss it with the therapist, the child's therapist, before going forward with the visits.
Is reunification the goal?
Yes,
Okay, all right, so what if I amend the bond conditions to state that, at the discretion of the therapist, the defendant can engage in supervised visitation?
that works for me, Your Honor.
Ms. Adams, is that all right?
Yes, that was supervised visits.
At the discretion of the child's therapist.
Okay.
Mr. Sneedy,
Oh, well, I'm really glad that we heard from that therapist yesterday. She ain't gonna be letting that mama around for a while. She locked the kid in a cage. She bit him. She hit him. Apparently she admitted to these things too. Which is why I'm a little confused why we're here in a criminal case saying that we're gonna resolve it. I'm sorry, what? The dichotomy between this and the CPS case that we heard yesterday is stark, isn't it? Um, I'm concerned that the judge is not aware of even the basic details of the case. You think this could be included in a summary? And she just dismissed a contempt of court. The other thing is, and I said this yesterday, I thought that bond conditions oftentimes reflected a requirement to comply and engage with CPS. And from what we heard yesterday, she's not done that. Now, I wonder, to keep her ass out of jail, if she would.
People have no objection to that, Your Honor.
all right, very good. All right, we will amend the bond conditions to imply that. Will she need to stay here and sign those, Ms. Adams?
Yes, please.
All right, so thank you. Okay, so, all right, I will continue the bond conditions with that amendment, and I will set this for pretrial November 22nd at 8:30. Ms. Adams, could I also give a notice for Ms. Denias as well?
And I will prepare a stipend adjournment. It's not necessary.
No, because she's here in person, I like to hand the notice, so you don't need to do the stip. We'll do the notice, okay? So Ms. Denias, go have a seat on that bench back there, and we will take care of it. All right. So Ms. Underwood, in the matter of,
I just got to talk to her when you get done.
oh, okay. In the matter of people of the state of Michigan versus DeAndre Morris, file number 23-21553 of H.
Okay, what we're gonna do now is click through and see there. Okay, there she goes. She got her fucking papers. Let's watch her get her papers. Make sure they didn't say anything else.
All right.
That's the only reason that he's acting up.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Okay, so do you want me to close your Zoom room downstairs or leave it open?
Yes, could you please close fence it?
All right. Okay, so, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kimberly Lorraine Robinson, file number 20.
What the hell was that noise at the end? It sounded like somebody wheezing. Okay, so that was the first. Now we move on to the 22nd of November. Hi, Philip.
I am good.
So 22nd of November. Zoop-a-doop-doop-doop. Hi, Jody. We are skipping through to I mean, I know. I want to shove her in a cage too. Still have my rock right here that I might have used to. I mean, anyways, okay, shut up, Paisley.
Okay, so we'll get you a copy of that. So just have a seat and you are all set and thank you very much. All right, so who do I have now? I have Miss Underwood. Anybody have Miss Underwood that's in the courtroom? No. All right, Miss Underwood, I have a bunch of people lined up. Let's start with Cheyenne Dinius. All right, Miss Dinius, I've been trying to get her to connect to audio all morning and I've not been successful. So let's move on to Benjamin Boss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna disconnect her in a minute if I can't reach her. So yeah, check in across the hall and then come back next Tuesday at 9 to see Miss. I spoke to him earlier, so I'm going to send him a chat to connect to audio. And we'll go over to Miss Dinius, I guess. All right, Miss Dinius, can you hear us? Cheyenne, why don't you unmute Miss Dinius? There you go. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Cheyenne Nicole Dinius. Is it Dinius or Denius?
Denius.
All right. Denius, file number 2023-21547FH. I run Underwood appearing on behalf of Miss Denius, and I have Phoebe McClure appearing on behalf of the people. So, Miss Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Miss Denius?
Your Honor, I think Ms. Denius is complying with everything CPS is asking of her, but I do need to sit down with her and discuss some things. So we would just ask for a pretrial, probably the beginning of the year, Your Honor.
Are you the caseworker?
Yes.
Want to step up to the podium? Can you state your full name?
Macy Moore, Moore. I am a foster care worker with Catholic Charities.
Okay, and you're working with Miss Denius?
Yes, ma'am.
And is she in compliance?
Yes and no. We have given her all the referrals to do and she hasn't done any of them so far. So
How long has it been since you gave her the referrals?
roughly 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I would say.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, Miss Underwood, how far out are you asking for an adjournment?
How about maybe the 10th of January, Your Honor, if that's good?
All right. So, Miss Denius, listen to me.
Is she vaping? Oh. She's vaping. Courtney, it's the girl from last night. I found the mother. I found her court cases. Listen, guys, if she fucking did what they accuse her of doing, I'm not surprised she's vaping in court. Look at her face though. We're gonna scroll this back. Watch her face as the caseworker says, and let's just keep in mind, yesterday the caseworker said unequivocally I think the word, what did I write it down? I don't know if I wrote the word down, but she was absolutely failing her fucking parenting plan. Look at the smile on her face too. I mean, not liking it. And yeah, she needs a way more supportive bra and a better camera angle. Is the camera in the wheel well at her feet? Is my question. Like, at this point, I don't know how. Where's the camera? What's it on? Look at your mouth. And guess what? You want to come fight me? Because I'm not a 4-year-old. So even though you're big ass bitch, not even allegedly, you a big ass bitch, I could take you if I had to.
All the referrals to do and she hasn't done any of them so far, so
How long has it been since you gave her the referrals?
roughly 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I would say.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so Ms. Underwood, how far out are you asking for an object or an adjournment?
How about, maybe the 10th of January, Your Honor, if that's good?
So, Ms. Denias, listen to me. It is very important that you do everything you need to do and you do it right away, all right? So I tell people that come in front of me on abuse neglect cases, you know, you have to comply and there's no excuses, there's no delays, all right? So make sure you're on top of it and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, all right?
I understand.
Okay, so Ms. Underwood, I will adjourn this to January 10 at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Voss, can you be still for just a minute because you're making a lot of noise? So January 10 at 8:30 in the morning, and Ms. Underwood, you'll do the Stipman order to adjourn, yes?
With Ms. McClure's permission.
No problem.
Okay. All right, so you're all set, Ms. Denias. You can disconnect. All right.
Am I muted now? Oh, please don't let this not work. I don't know that I have another microphone. Now you can hear me or you can't hear me? No, now I sound so good. Okay. What was I saying? She hit a weed pen. I don't know if you heard that part. She should appear in a cage next hearing. Lucy, I think that might be right. Did you hear me saying that I could fight her? I heard that. I said that part. I meant it too. Huck, I don't usually get like this, and she looks like a mean ass bitch, I'll tell you that. But you know what? I would relish the opportunity to talk with her for a little while. Just to talk with her, get a little idea of how it is that you come to put a fucking child in a dog cage and bite them. See, oh, that goes against my consent rule, though. I have that funny little rule.
Mr. Voss, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. So back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Benjamin Raymond Voss, file number 23-21387FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Voss, and I have Amanda Wagner appearing on behalf of the people. So Mr. Voss, you were connected earlier to audio and then you got disconnected, and I didn't realize that. So Ms. Underwood and Ms. Wagner had an opportunity to speak to each other. So starting out, Mr. Coast.
Oh, I forgot. We don't need to watch this. We are going to the next day, which was January the 10th. January 10th, guys. Guess what happened on January 10th for Miss Denias? Do we think she did what she was supposed to do? When she showed up at court, what happened? Let's find out.
Just raining. My mom had more snow yesterday in Manchester than we did. All right. Let's go, get Mr. Fathian.
Point. It's my understanding he got some sort of letter that the felony may interfere with that.
Yeah.
So I need to review that and see if I need to back away from this prosecution right now so he can get that money. Potentially I might do that and then come back if things fall through.
Never heard of a felony. I didn't think felonies interfered with disability.
Yeah, that's why I need to see the
I
letter.
haven't either. We'll just, we just want to see a copy of that.
All
Okay.
right, so Mr. Brown,
Yes,
I'm going to
yes, ma'am.
set this over to March 6th at 8:30 in the
Okay.
morning. That letter needs to be in Miss Underwood's hands within the next 5 business days, all right?
Okay. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, so Miss Underwood, can you do the stip in order to adjourn? And Miss Brenner, can she sign your name with permission?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brown, you're all set.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank
That is
you.
March what, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
March 6th.
March 6th?
Yes,
Yeah,
3/6.
March 6th at 8:30.
Okay. And I do have a letter right here. It says on December.
I don't want you to tell me what it says. I want you to give
Okay.
me the letter.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day, Miss Brenner. All right, so, Miss Underwood, let's see what else we got. We don't have anybody in jail, so you waived arraignment on Dylan Legore, so that's good. And Cheyenne Dinius, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Cheyenne Nicole Dinius, file number 23-21547. Has Ms. Dinius been compliant?
It's me.
Are you-
Hi, do you want me to come up?
Yeah, could you come up, please? Hold on, I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Ms. Dinius, and I have Alexander Bandetto. Could you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, it is Macy Moore. I'm a foster care worker with Catholic Charities.
All right, so Ms. Underwood, I do not have Ms. Dinius here today. Is
I
she
don't
in
know.
compliance?
I talked to her, Your Honor. Let me, if the court would allow me a couple minutes to try to reach her,
Sure.
that's odd.
Well, yeah, all right, I'll give you a couple minutes, but then, I've got your other people in my waiting room, so. All right, let me use the restroom. Great, you can have a seat. What was the question?
I just want to say this is coffee. I have coffee. I always have coffee. Tim Hortons coffee to be exact, with more cream and sugar than I should. It's still hot because of my Bubba mug. Hashtag not a sponsor yet. Literally keeps this coffee fucking piping hot for hours. Anyways, I just want to say that Miss Moore, Macy Moore, might be a more constant presence in this child's life than his mother for a longer period than it took her to abuse him. If we think about it, she spent 8 weeks with him and left him tragically scarred and literally emotionally scarred too. And then we have Miss Moore, who shows up to more court cases than the fucking mother herself.
She wanted this number.
Oh,
Oh, I saw Melanie hanging out and looking at legal stuff today, Denali, Mike. check there.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Okay, Miss Underwood, how do you want to, is she back or were you able to reach her?
I was not, Your Honor. I left a message. I talked to her yesterday. I know she planned to be on the Zoom. What I'm a little concerned about, Your Honor, is it's her first time using the Zoom. And I suspect maybe
I can adjourn this 1 week. Miss Adams, could I get a Zoom instruction sheet? I don't have one in here. I probably should have some of those in here. All right, has she been in?
I knew this happened and it's still pissing me off. How many adjournments does this girl get? I know, the Zoom, right? Emily Baker, yeah, she's doing well too. Emily D. Baker, I imagine you're talking about. The Emily D. Baker. OG queen in the law tube sphere. Ugh. Yeah. So now I realize, yeah, wasn't she on Zoom when she was in the car? Yeah, the last time, Lucy. Good fucking point. So this is not her first Zoom. This is not her first time on the Zoom. No. No, no, no. No. Sorry, okay. When's next? Oh, January 17th. Let's let them play out and then I'll move it to the next hearing because I got that one too.
Compliance with you?
I would say no. I'll give her free pass on one thing. The psychological for her was canceled by Dr. Howden because he was sick. But other than that, I would say no. And she's had positive drug screens for me as well during the reporting period.
Oh, well, when's the last time you spoke to her, Miss Underwood?
I'm sorry,
When's the last time you spoke to her?
yesterday.
Well, positive for what?
Marijuana for all of the tests. I believe there was 3 and then 1 for cocaine.
Okay. All right, Miss Underwood, I'm gonna set it over to next Wednesday. If she doesn't appear though, I will issue a bench warrant. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
pre-trial, January 17th at 8:30 in the morning. If you want to Zoom in, you can do that too.
Okay.
Do you have my Zoom number?
I believe I have it. I have you for a couple other cases.
Yeah, so if you just Zoom in and just put your name and the case,
Perfect.
then I'll let you in, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So we'll see that case back. All right, and let's see, Miss Underwood. Okay, that takes care of that one. We did that one. Let's do a.
She should have issued the bench warrant. I don't, let's see if she shows up here. I can't remember.
Dismissed. There is also from previous.
Hold on, Miss Underwood. You need to chill your roll for a minute, please. I guess I could. Wow.
Child, a
Does the
Oh.
notice.
that's correct.
All right, do you have James Derby, Miss Underwood?
Your Honor, am I
Right.
free to go?
You are free to go.
Mr. Last Name, the same way that they test for alcohol and they put in, but how do you it's the same type of, they're treating it the same way as they do legal alcohol. So that's why they can put restraints on it. They're not smart enough to recognize that weed lasts in people's system a lot longer than alcohol. So the testing is a lot more nuanced and that everybody metabolizes alcohol or marijuana differently. So anyways, here we go. The last hearing, let's see if she shows up. Let's see if we did it. If she did it. Also, I think Colin has a live at 5 today, and then I also have we have tomorrow back, I think, with court. I'm not sure, Honey Pete, but I think we're back in the morning. Anyways, okay.
Miss
Thank you.
Underwood, I have Miss Denias. Are you ready for Miss Denias?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Denias, you want to come to the podium?
Oh,
All right, Miss Denias is here in person, Miss Underwood.
can I have a brief breakout with Ms. Denias?
Do you know
Or
how to
she
use
would like to
the,
wait till I come over.
you want her to come over and talk to you? She would prefer that you come over and talk to her. Rhonda, if you can come over and talk to her.
Yeah. When I come over and talk to Mr. Johnson.
Okay, she's been here since 8 o'clock. Are you coming over now?
Well, I have a bunch of cases, Your Honor, so I'm not sure I'll be over right now, but if, you know.
All right, so do you need to talk to her today?
Not really. I just figured it'd be nice to.
Are you getting another date, Miss Underwood? Are you getting another pre-trial, Miss Underwood?
We can do that. That's fine.
Well, I mean, were you going to plead her today or get a pre-trial date?
Let's just get another pretrial.
Okay. In the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Cheyenne Nicole Denias, file number 2023-21547FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Ms. Denias and Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Ms. Denias is here in person. Ms. Underwood or Ms. Adams, I'm going to need a notice of hearing for Ms. Denias. So, Ms. Denias, I'm going to need you to set up a time to talk to Ms. Underwood. All right. So you're going to have to call her office and set up a time to meet with her. And I'm just going to put this out to February 7th at 8:30 in the morning. And Ms. Adams, if I could have a notice of hearing, you can print it in here. I know you can't, never mind. So February 7th at 8:30 in the morning. So have a seat right behind you. Those chairs are hard to pull in and out. And then we'll bring you a notice of hearing, but then you have Miss Underwood's phone number?
Yes.
All right, why don't you call her today and set up a time to meet with her?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so, who do I have from the jail?
Not the right person. February 7th. It's written down. Oh, let me put it on my calendar. That's Wednesday of next week. Wow. Well, I tonight am gonna go back. I'm gonna look for the original pre-trial or the original arraignment because we didn't get that. I want that. Yeah, what is going on there? And then, so hopefully, maybe later this week I'll have another update or after the 7th. That's what I'll do. I'll try and get the original arraignment and the fucking what is it now? The 5th pre-trial? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the fifth pre-trial hearing for this case, which seems ridiculous. I mean, not the right person. I know, because I'm pissed off. I don't understand. If she's admitted to all this shit, why is she not fucking in at least like following bond conditions? The judge seems to have forgotten. Quite handy for her. Oh, and Macy wasn't there. Macy. Because the judge seems to have forgotten that, oh, thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. I'm trying to think. They didn't really say. They did say August 28th was her failure to appear on a no, that's what the contempt was for. So it must be prior to August 28th, but we know it happened after August 1st because the therapist said it was the August return to his grandparents that precipitated the call to CPS. Again, if you don't know if that didn't make a lot of sense or that was a bit disjointed, it's because we're following a case that we started yesterday. The thumbnail is the same looking, so you can go back and look for that. I will put them into a playlist, actually. Look at me being a real YouTuber. Playlist, Paisley. Oh, another thing on my list of many things to do. Properly put things into a playlist. Deal with YouTube Daddy not wanting to show certain things. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. Anyways, tomorrow we'll go with something a bit lighter, as light as court can go. Actually, I have something perfect for tomorrow that is light. Nobody's in trouble. Nobody did anything bad. Can anybody guess what it is? Anybody? We've done one recently. But we'll do that plus some real court tomorrow as well. That I think will be it. I think what I'm gonna do is and there'll be a new video tomorrow. Not Canadian court. Mr. Last Name. That's funny. But yes, Courtney is right. It is name change court. Name change. That's right, you guys. Cinemax court. Oh, Chris, thank you so much again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I don't know if you noticed, but we just did 31 straight days in January. I streamed every single day. Wow. It's pretty good consistency. Proud of that. I don't know if we will continue doing that for February. It is a slightly unsustainable level to maintain, but it might. So as of right now, it's 6 days a week. Every day of the week plus Sundays, but twice on Sundays, so I don't know. Anyways, I hope that everybody has a wonderful evening tonight. Remember, I'm trying to think. I'm like, oh, Diamond Penny. I got a bunch of shit to do. I gotta make a video. I probably won't be back on, but you will see a video that I'll post later. I cannot stream for 31 straight days in February. That's true, Ed. Thank you. Is it a leap year this year? Oh, flapjacks again. Courtney, you missed it. Oh my God. Courtney, you honestly, I think you should scroll back to the very beginning, where there was a pancake incident at my house today. A raw dog and pancake incident. Funny. Funny ass shit. It is a leap year. Okay. So Courtney's gonna scroll back and watch that, laugh her ass off. I hope that each and every one of you protects the yogurt in your fridge. Well, it's at the beginning, Courtney, like the first bit. And then I hope that you remember that I love you. I am proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Please don't raw dog things in other people's fridges, guys. And thank you again, Chris Angleby, for the gift. Love it. Bye.